Do you feel like you're in a slump and need some more motivation? Stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome back to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly, your emotional intelligence speaker, author, and coach, here to help you end the cycle of self-sabotage and get you motivated in life. So today we are talking about getting out of a slump and getting more motivated. And so today I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how to do that. But before we dive into that, let's talk for just a brief moment about why we get in a slump in the first place. To be honest, everybody gets in slumps. Me, you, Tony Robbins, everybody gets these days or weeks and sometimes a month where we're just feeling like things aren't going our way. We feel a little bit sluggish and unmotivated to do the things that we know we need to do. But the longer you're in that slump, the more damage that slump is going to do to your business and to whatever it is you're trying to achieve or accomplish, making it all the more important for you, me, and Tony Robbins to find tips and tools to help us stay motivated and get out of those slumps faster. Well, before I share those 3 tips, one of the big things I want to make sure you recognize is that there's a key component. So I'm going to give you the tools to stay motivated. But before you can utilize them, if you're not taking the time to really look and reflect inwards, to figure out what's motivating the slump and what's causing the slump in the first place, well, it's going to be a lot harder for you to stay motivated longer. Again, motivation is something that it's ebbs and flows, right? It's kind of like a muscle. And if we're not regularly flexing it, well, it's going to get weak. So we want to always be flexing those motivational muscles. But in those times where you are feeling like a slump, we need to stop, pause, and ask ourselves why. If you don't know why, what's fueling that, well, these tips aren't going to help you for very long. So if you need to, pause the video here and go ahead and do a little reflection. Ask yourself, what's motivating the slump? What thoughts and feelings are driving this slumpy behavior? All right, now if you're ready, let's dive into the first tip, which is set goals, small, medium, and large. All right, guys, so yes, the very first thing we need to do to get out of a slump is we need a direction. We need to really connect with what it is that you want to achieve and accomplish. But not just the big goals, because I think that's the one place we all go. We say, I want to be a millionaire. That's my goal. Well, that's the big goal. Where are the medium goals and the little goals? Because the truth is that there are a lot of victories from where you're at to where you want to go. And if we're only celebrating the victories of getting to the finish line, the journey is going to become a little bit demotivating and discouraging and easy to just wander off on the wrong trail. So what we want to do is we want to set small, medium, and large goals along our journey timeline. So you start with just really thinking of the end in mind. What is it that you want to achieve? Then ask yourself, well, what's the halfway marker between where I'm at and where I want to go? And then you can ask yourself, well, what's the halfway of the halfway? And then what's the halfway of that quarter? And you can find all of these victories in between here and there that are going to serve as fuel, because it's through our successes that it's going to motivate us to keep going. But if you don't have goals that are set for along the way, it's very easy to get lost, to get into a slump, and become unmotivated. So make sure that you're setting goals, small, medium, and large. So I'm going to end this section off with a quote by Walt Disney, who said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. There is no substitute for action. In fact, action is the fuel that continues to fuel motivation. And flexing those motivation muscles requires some kind of movement or action. Well, the only way you could do that is to know what kind of movements you need to do. Just like if you've never been to the gym before, you wouldn't just go there and stare at the equipment. That's not going to get you the results. You might hire somebody, or you might go and learn what each piece of equipment does so you can understand how to utilize that equipment to help you along your path to getting healthy. Well, the same thing is with your business goals, your financial goals, your relationship goals. You might need to do a little bit of research to devise a plan so you can take action. All right, so this leads me to my next tip, which is don't wait, just do. All right, so I mentioned in the last section a little bit about doing some research, right? To getting a plan together, to set those goals, to do some self-reflecting on the inside, all of which are essential for motivation, all of which are essential for getting you moving and getting you out of a slump. But really, again, there's no substitute for action. Action is the most powerful tool and ally to success that you have in your arsenal. It is so important for you to be taking consistent and constant action. Now, here's the crazy part. Many of you are planners, which is awesome. Some of you are just doers and you don't plan. Both need to learn from each other. So I tend to be like a fire. I am an action-oriented, go-go gadget kind of gal, which means that I don't always want to know the steps in between where I start and where I finish. Well, but the problem with me not taking the time to really map that stuff out is that I have to a lot of times go back and redo things because they're not always thought all the way through. So it's important to do the research, to do the self-reflection, and then draw up the plan. Now, the others of you are that always get lost in the planning phase and never take action. The plan is never enough, and you're always working it and always can be better. And so you get lost in the plan and never move forward. So you need to take a little bit of lesson from people like me, where it's just start doing. And when you can actually just start to take action, to just have a step, take that step, have a step, take that step, have a step, take that step, where you're not waiting necessarily for every single step to be perfectly mapped out, then you're going to see that you're going to get a lot more momentum and a lot more movement. But the trick is that a lot of times we only think about taking big actions, and we forget about all the micro actions that we can take along the way. Micro actions are many actions that are still necessary to get you to your end goal. So once you get that goal and you get all of the small, medium, and large goals out there, now what we need to do is we need to focus on where do I need to take actionable steps and what do they look like, and start to take action as you move along. All right, so let's move right into my third and final tip for today, which is keep moving even when it's tough. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of becoming resilient. Now, resiliency is your ability to bounce back from adversity, and adversity comes in all shapes and sizes. But when it comes to business and goals, we sometimes forget that you're going to face adversity. And I don't care if the goal is for you to lose weight or to save $1,000. Like whatever that goal is, you're going to face adversity. You're going to maybe run into a car problem that will financially kind of sabotage you towards your goal. Or maybe you're going to, have 3 birthday parties all in one weekend, and you just totally threw your diet out the window for those 3 days. All of us have moments that are going to sabotage us and obstacles that are going to cause us to get into that slump or to feel discouraged or to feel like we're just not moving anywhere. You want to keep moving through that because success isn't a straight line. In fact, success is messy, and it's sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes left, sometimes right, sometimes in, sometimes out. It is just all over the map. But it's the people who continue to move, that continue to walk forward, to continue to take action, that see results. And this is what you desire, and this is what I desire for you, is that you just keep moving in spite of the obstacles, to embrace that resiliency, to recognize that you are more than capable, and that you can do this. So it's not only do I hope that you feel that I believe in you, but I hope that you start to believe in you too. So let me end this section off by a quote with Winston Churchill, who said, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty." At the end of the day, it's all about perception. You get to choose how you want to think about these obstacles. You can allow them to push you down, to beat you up, and to cause you to be in a slump. Or you could use them as fuel. You could use them as opportunities for growth, for learning, for evolving. and changing into a better, stronger, faster, more capable version of you. When you recognize that, life is meant to refine you, but it does not have to define you, that all boils down to your perception and your choice. I choose to be an optimist. I choose to recognize that mistakes, failures, hardship, obstacles are all opportunities for my growth. And that's my perception based on my belief that I've created. What's yours? Hopefully this video has helped in some way. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I would love to stay connected and that you never miss a beat, because I deliver you a video each and every week on your Monday video doorstep. And hopefully you guys, again, learned something this week. Until